Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone who rule well, teach well with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Brothers whose labor in this truth, putting their life on the line, especially in these times. Salutations to you brothers and the very few sisters who believe in this truth wholeheartedly, sincerely. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. Let me to do this lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I was just some things that came to mind. Not only that, things that happened over the past couple of weeks, and how we should conduct ourselves, not only on our day to day, through our journey throughout the days, and how we conduct ourselves at camp, and just being a representation of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Like the elders always say, just keeping things spiritual. Doing our best to our ability, to keep Yahweh Shai at the forefront and see how and use these scriptures as a foundation on how we should carry ourselves throughout our day to day. All right, so I'm gonna go here Romans 12, because things, see, as we know, the love of many is waxing cold, iniquity is going to abound. The love of many is waxing cold. People are being more short patient. They don't have their temperament is off. And if you don't have a foundation, which is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, they're not able to rule their spirit like a brother who try to do their best to their ability to rule their spirit and be in the right state of mind. All right, so but see, these scriptures is what helps us and comforts us, but also instruct us on how to navigate throughout our day to day, throughout the week. All right, Romans 12, and I'm gonna go to I'll start at 17. Recompense no man evil for evil, provide things honest in the sight of all men. All right, because we're an example. We know there's a time and place for everything. Like the Lord, there's gonna be a time where the Lord's gonna put it in our spirit to be His battle axe. But right now, to be His hunter as well. But right now we're being those fishers, right? And I'm gonna get another precept after this one. Romans 12 and 17. Recompense no man evil for evil, provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And this is how we ought to be with each other, with the brotherhood. Knowing that we have all different types of spirits, that we have to learn. That we're gonna have different spirits, and brothers that may not be exact like us, but we have to still understand that they're all members of that body. But then even when we go throughout our day to day and we encounter people of the other nations, the potential 2/3 of our people, they're not coming in the same sentiment as us, man. We're looking to be a worthy sacrifice, to be counted worthy to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They're leaning on their own understanding, so they're going to just they have that do without will spirit, man. So for them to be being peaceable to you, you may see some of the rudest things of people being rude to you. Guess what? You give, like it says, recompense no man evil for evil. At the end of the day, we know there's going to be a time, like I said, where the Lord is going to turn us into His weapons of war, man. We know there's going to be an eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. They're going to get the recompense, man, but it's up to the Lord. That's why it says let the Lord, roughly paraphrase, the Lord is going to avenge us, man. And there's going to be a time when He's going to put the Spirit on us, man, to do what He seem that is necessary at that time. But right now, we have to have that approach, to just navigate throughout here without being seen. That's what a clamorous woman does. She always wants to be seen, looking for attention. We got to show our fruits, man, our gentleness, our meekness. That's what we need to put on display, man. All right, so Romans 12 and 18, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And trust me, man, I'm speaking to myself, man. I'm like a firecracker sometimes, man. When and I gotta continue to realize I gotta, harness that fire that's within me. So I know there's brothers, we all have different spirits, and sometimes you just wanna, you know. But guess what? We can refer back to these scriptures, and it tells us on how we ought to be, man. All right, we'll get into less problems, man, because of us leaning on not on our own understanding, man. All right, so let's go ahead. Matter of fact, I've got it queued up. Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. You see, we're sheep. When you go into, what? Matter of fact, let's go into that word sheep right there. Um, um, uh, Looking for sheep for. I'm trying to look for, like a um, characteristic of a sheep. But normally a sheep is, a more gentle animal, man. More of a, not that a sheep, man. Not a. This is not a beast out there, Like even though we know it's a beast of a field, but if you get what I'm saying, not a not a like a wolf. You understand? All right. It's basically a sheep is not a hunter, like a wolf. All right, but let's go back. 12 Romans, Salakia. Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves, right? Because amongst us is nothing but wolves, and even of our own people. You know, be ye therefore wise as serpents. Be wise as a serpent. Snake. It goes into being having wisdom, man. All right. When you look at how a snake is very subtle and it calculates its every move, man. And you look how a snake operates, and if they had a study where they put a snake in a I think it was a bunny, if I'm not mistaken, or it was an animal, a rat. If it was an animal with the snake, I forget, and it just waited until the snake. See the snake just sat there and waited until the bunny. I forget I think it was a rat, a hamster, a rat, and kept on jumping and jumping, and it just waited until that animal lost energy, and then that's when he made his move, man. You see? So you want to be wise, man. You understand. If you understand it, people think, oh, that's no. You got to understand the meaning of that. To be wise as a serpent. Matter of fact, let's see what it says here. Let's see what it says here. Snake repent with the ancients. The serpent was an emblem of cunning and wisdom. You see? The serpent who deceived Eve was regarded by the Jews as the devil, right? But it's very subtle. But it was symbolic to something that's cunning and wisdom. You got to move with sometimes some subtlety, so to be wise, man. All right. So 10:16 again. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents. So I can be therefore wise as. All right, so you got to be like a dove is a very harmless bird, man. It's not like a vulture. All right. So that's what the Lord is telling us, man, to be harmless, man, to navigate throughout the day, being living peacefully with all men. When we at camp, and people may come up they may not, because we understand, we prophesy on the downfall of this people's livelihood, man. These people got their knees deep in the way of living of this place, man. So from down all the way from the 2 thirds of Jake to the other nations that come up and they come and irate, rude. Guess what? Like the word, like the scripture said. There you go. Matter of fact, it's easy to look it up in this one right here. I know it's a proverb. Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turn away wrath. You see, so for somebody coming up, it ain't coming in a manner, guess what? Your soft answer turn away wrath, and you can see it by being being on the highways and byways for the time I've been out there, man. I've just seen a soft answer turn away wrath, man. You come and use wisdom, and that's what the Lord provided to us, man. Wisdom, bro, wisdom. So we got to use it. We got to exercise it, man. Right? It said a soft answer turneth away wrath, right? Because Proverbs is wisdom, right? But grievous words stir up anger. So now you being rudely back, you're going back and forth. Guess what? That's gonna stir up anger. It's only gonna lead to an altercation. Almost 9 out of 10 times, it's gonna lead to an altercation or something into that in that effect. Something in that manner. All right. A soft so Proverbs 15:1, a soft answer turn away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. All right. The verse 2, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge, all right, but the mouth of the fools poureth out foolishness. All right, so we gotta rule our tongue, man, rule our spirit. All right, do the things that's uh that's pleasing unto the Lord, man. All right. So um um yeah, I mean I think the point was basically basically you know what? Yeah, the point was made. Let walk throughout your day to day. Don't let the ministry be blamed. Let the ministry be blameless. You don't want to be stained on the ministry, right? You don't want to be the reason why people look at the ministry a certain way. You have to be constantly understanding you're not only just representing yourself, you're representing the body, you represent Israel as a whole, and as rulers that having that noble mentality, have that rulership, that kingdom, that rulership mentality. That's why the scripture says when the righteous authority people rejoice, right? It's because how we handle matters, man, as judges, man. We're very fair and we see things. That's why Paul was all things to all men, because he understood how you have to have some so you got to learn how to navigate, man. You got to be able to adapt, man. And again, a soft answer turn away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger, man. So you got to know how to maneuver, man. Like like you got to maneuver in the room full of vultures, right? Same thing, man. We are we're sheep in the midst of wolves, man. So we gotta understand this. We know these things and continue to exercise it. And starting with myself, man. We go throughout your day to day. Somebody may piss you off, but guess what? We have to live to fight another day, man. We gotta continue to do the things. We gotta basically what I'm saying is you gotta, stay out of trouble, man, and stay out of harm's way, man, to the best of your ability. All right? Because these people they continue to lay traps, man. They want to see misery love company, man. So you gotta understand that. You know, we've been given something to see all the traps and to see how to handle certain situations. So we gotta apply wisdom, man. See, we can have the knowledge, but it's not considered wisdom until you apply it, man. All right, apply that knowledge. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Shalom to the whole for elect.